Hey YouTube, this is Lego Boy 12336 coming at you again with another Lego Star Wars review. Today we are going to be reviewing the Millennium Falcon, my custom version. Like I said, I do that. Here it is. So I had to rearrange. I think I showed you. I had to rearrange ships a little bit. I had to move this right here. The MTT's up there, and this is where the Falcon's gonna go. Right there. But what my next move is, after Lego Star Wars reviews, I'm planning on doing stop motions. I want to see if I can use, because I have to use my iPod, so I want to see if there's an app that I can do that and make stop motions, because from this point, it's really, like I said, I am gonna do gameplay again. I'll do some gameplay here and there. Unless you guys like me to re-review all the ships. I do have most of them I reviewed my 4th gen, but now I'm using my 5th gen to do all the videos with better camera and adjustments, autofocus camera. So I can re-review all the ships, but I've done all of them. But really what I want to start targeting is doing gameplays, and Trill's trying to figure out what that whole screen recording thing, and hopefully doing stop motions, because I want to do those too. I know a lot of people have done those, and those are cool to do, and they're very popular. Especially with the amount of minifigs and all the ships I have, it would be a success for me as if I'm capable of doing it, but with the amount of Legos that I have, it would be a good idea. So I'm still working on that, and we will see when we come to conclusion. So let's begin the review. This is the Millennium Falcon from episode 4. It appears in episode 4, 5, and 6, but I meant for it to be episode 4. So here are your minifigs. First, starting off, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, or known as Ben Kenobi, right here. So that's Ben Kenobi. Next, we have Luke Skywalker. Yes, I'm aware of that yellow hand. Then we have Han Solo. Then we have Princess Leia. This is custom. I use Luke's Hoth Fatigue to do this minifig. And then I have C-3PO. And then R2-D2. I'm going through these pretty quick, as you can obviously see, because we've seen all these minifigures before, and I want to have a lot of time. So hopefully not do a part 2 if I don't reach the 15-minute mark to hopefully get this video end. So that's all the minifigs. Let me remove their weapons. Okay. So let me kind of explain. Yesterday I did a review, and I didn't post it, obviously, because the last one was kind of terrible for a few reasons. First, I was doing it late at night, so I had to be a little quiet, because right next door is my sister, and I didn't want to wake anyone in my house, so I had to be quiet. Second of all, what was I going to say? I forgot. I had a brain fart. Second of all, oh yeah, on the bottom of the ship, now I'm aware of it, guys. In the real Millennium Falcon, that it has that boarding thing, because this is the other thing that I messed up on. Yesterday I had it, and every time I kept pushing down, it kept collapsing on me, so I just removed it from the bottom of the ship. But I had the landing platform, and I had the legs things that go in and go out, but that didn't work so well, so I had to remove them for the sake of the review too, and I really don't care for them, so I had to remove them. By the way, guys, I'll go get him. I am missing a minifigure. He's right. I think he's right. Yeah. It really doesn't matter. I didn't forget about Chewbacca. Yeah. So let's get on to the review. As you can see, it's Millennium Falcon. Here is the top. You can look at the top part of the ship. The other thing I'm aware about, guys, like I said, I have to say, for both this one and the MTT, I have to say I did a really good job with this. Especially by the fact that with all the pieces that I have, I didn't have really a lot of pieces to be able to build it. This is completely, obviously, you've never seen a ship in this customized. You've seen the Millennium Falcon, obviously, but you haven't seen a ship look like this. It's a little smaller. It does have interior, and we will look at that, obviously, in the review. But I do have to say that for both, like I said, for pretty much almost all my ships, the ones that are not copied or completely set, with all the Lego pieces that I have, I'd say I did a pretty good job at building it. Building on my own. This is completely made up by me. I just do it by look, but I had to kind of, what's that word I'm looking for? Modify it, I guess. People say modifying. They say it's a custom ship. I don't really agree, but people say they build a completely... I've done that, but I really don't consider that custom. You just put little pieces on there, but it doesn't really change the ship. People say that when they buy a Lego set, like a real actual Lego set, then they put add pieces to it. That's not really customizing it, technically. I guess you could say it is, but not really, at least in my opinion. I don't agree. It's just you're adding pieces to it. So you could use the word modified, but not really customizing. But yeah. So, I am aware, guys, with the real Millennium Falcon, I did as best I could with covering it. A little parts there and there do show a little bit in the inside, but I didn't have the pieces to be able to do it. So I know how it's built. It's just I do it best with what I have. I can only do with what pieces I have available to me. So, let's take a look now at Millennium Falcon. As you can see from the top view of the ship, it's pretty well built. What I'll do is I'll get down here. And take a 360 spin. You can see the engines right there. All these pieces. Uh-oh, let me fix that. Okay, maybe it's just me. For a second there, I thought it was coming apart. So this is my version of the Millennium Falcon. It is not the greatest, because remember, guys, I've used for two reasons. First, I just didn't really have the pieces that great pieces to use to do it. But also, I've already used a lot of my pieces to build all the other ships, because you've seen how many ships I have. By the way, I'm gonna have to do a ship update review soon too, probably this weekend. But what I might do, it's gonna be a while. But I'm thinking about it, if I'm able, I would have to first look at every single piece, because I don't want to take this apart, and then get to that point and not be able to build it. Because this ship, I am proud of this. But what I'm going to have to see if I can do is, look at the instructions, but it'll be a while. I probably would have to take apart some other ships, and it's going to result in a lot of things if I want to make it more real. I would like to, but it's going to be a lot of risking. And I don't want to do that. But it's going to be a while before I do it, if I do think about doing it. The other thing I didn't mention, if you guys noticed, I mentioned it before, you can see this piece right here. I built on top of my droid dropship, because obviously this replaced it. I took the wings off, the cockpit off the droid dropship, and built on top of that piece, and that's the base piece. I built on top of it, basically, as a circle, because I thought, that circle reminded me, maybe I could build a Falcon, and here it is. So I was able to do that, accomplish that, and here it is. So, now another thing I want to mention, for at least in my opinion, this one, feature-wise, has a few features here and there, but really with this one, it has a little more interior versus feature. Because with me, I prefer a ship that has a lot of interior. And inside, where you can put minifigures inside of and have a conversation with them and, like, whatever, put them inside, minifigure minifigure, versus hidden compartments and extra like features and little gun shootings. Flick missiles. That's what I was looking for. And putting storage compartments and all those features that a ship has. I prefer interior versus feature-wise, because of just interior is better, and I like it because then I can put a lot of minifigures in there. It can hold a good amount of minifigs, and I like that. So yeah. So check for part 2, and then we will check for part 2 to begin the review.